Welcome back to Tyers and Braaiers. I'm Nick Rabinovitz.
I'm Ezra Lowe, and today we're in Hermanus. We get to see the thing Hermanus is most famous for today.
Wales.
No,
Pelamun.
Barry Hilton.
Oh. We get to meet Monica in a Series 2 Land Rover.
We get a taste of Bartoo Eksteen's fine wine.
And we finish off with a braai hosted by the cousin himself, Barry Hilton.
My cousin! He's really your cousin, Nick?
No.
Hi, my name is Monica Wood. I stay here in Hermanus. I do interior design, and I'm also involved with my husband's business where he rebuilds old series vehicles and where he restores and do repairs on contemporary vehicles. I could not find a Series 1 which is the most sought after of Land Rovers, but what I could find was this Series 2. 1965, and it is a petrol engine. When I bought it from the previous owner in Franschhoek, it was still a running vehicle, so it was a good donor for a restoration. Peter restored all of the body, and he also redid the engine and the brakes. You've got to be hard when you drive a Land Rover, because there is the saying that the car will break the driver before the driver can break the car. So you've got to be hardy if you want to drive a Land Rover, especially a Series 2.
Hi, Monica.
Hi guys.
How are you?
Hi, pleased to
Hi,
meet
Monica.
you.
I'm Ezra.
Hi, Ezran.
Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Is this your beast?
It's my car, and let's go for a drive.
Where are you taking us?
I'm taking you to the cradle of Land Rover kind.
Oh,
Let's go.
That sounds
Exciting.
prehistoric.
Nick's first.
No, you go first.
I'll go first. Thanks, Nick. What a great day, Nick.
Where did we kick off? On the cliffs of Hermanus?
We on the cliffs of Hermanus.
Yep.
We met Monica and a beautiful Series 2,
Yes, the series.
1948.
1948. That's when it was brought out here.
Yeah, beautiful car that, eh? You have kids?
I don't. I am child free.
Any pets?
I don't have pets. I travel too much.
And
All
it's
the way-
always in the Land Rover.
Always in a Land Rover.
And the husband can just fix that.
He can
No
fix most of them, but none of the new ones. That's why we prefer going in an older one so that we can fix it. Because the new ones, when you want to change the engine, you take it apart, totally. Take the body, the new Discoveries and new Range Rovers, you take the body off and you sit with the body hanging in the air and the chassis and the rest and the engine on the floor, and that's how you work on them. So no,
Old school.
definitely not going into Africa with one of those, no.
So Monica, is this the cradle of Land Rover kind?
That's correct. We are here with the Series 1. This car belongs to my husband, and it was the very first one that ever came to South Africa. It was shipped from England to Natal in 1948.
1948?
Yeah,
Just in time for
1948.
DF Milan's inauguration.
That's correct, yes. We know that it was the first that came to South Africa because there's a register on internet where all the vehicles and their series numbers and what day they were made in the factory, left the factory, and where they were dispatched to. So we are certain this is the first one.
It's actually my fantasy, Monica, to take my kids out of school for a year, buy a Series 1 Land Rover, go to an exotic location, and then leave them there.
Oh, leave the family.
Or the Series 1.
No, just the family.
We've been fixing Land Rovers there since 99. Monica and her husband actually moved out here in 99.
Where to from here?
I think
Monica?
we must go and visit Bartoo and have some wine on his
I
farm.
think it's time for wine.
It's wine o'clock.
1 o'clock.
There you go.
Yeah. What's under the hood?
There's a 2.25 petrol engine in there, and it's the original one.
2.25 liters.
2.25 liters. Make sure you get the 2.25.
How much is a pint? Isn't a pint a quarter of a liter?
It's now about 35 bucks. There you go. Tell us about the Hemel and Aarde Valley. Are we now in it?
We are now entering the Hemel and Aarde Valley.
Has a very specific terroir.
That's exactly what
That's the word for
special,
us, eh?
special. That terroir
Microclimate. Here he is,
That's
Bartoo Eksteen.
That's
We are near to Hermanus. We're in the Hemel and Aarde Valley.
With extreme weather place.
Yeah, this is one of the interesting terroirs.
What is terroir?
Terroir is like there's no word for terroir.
There's no word for terroir.
It's like a region. It's like a
place.
climate,
It's a place.
an environment,
A place.
specific climate,
A place.
something like that.
A place. It's a extreme weather place.
But the wine that's grown here is very good, and particularly where we are now. Okay.
It's wine time, Nick. We've arrived. My Nicholas.
Morning, morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm Bartoo.
Here's Ron.
Yes,
Bartoo.
pleased to meet
Nick.
you. Hallo,
Hoe
pleased
gaan
to
het?
meet you. Baie goed en jy?
Lekker.
Lekker, welcome. This is our wine farm called Bartoo Eksteen Wines, and here you are in front of our mill house, the oldest building in the valley, Hemel and Aarde Valley. It dates back to 1850.
Is this where we're going to taste the wine?
Yeah, this is now our tasting room.
Can we pop in?
Yeah, come inside.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Bartoo, you make some of the best wines in South Africa, and I'm terribly excited to taste some of this stuff. Yes?
Let's
What
go.
you got for us?
But let's start with the bubbles.
Is it true?
Yes,
You say that winemakers should spend as much time in the vineyard and as little time in rehab as possible.
He didn't say rehab. Bartoo, you come from a long line of winemakers. Yes? And you definitely have won many awards.
When I was a junior winemaker, very young, and I came into the industry, there were three things that I wanted so dearly to achieve in my career, and that was to be crowned as Diners Club Winemaker of the Year,
Which you've done.
to won the General Smuts Trophy, which was in those years a very, very big thing. And the other one is to become a member of the Cape Winemakers Guild. And I'm very blessed to be able to achieve all three of them. So now it's my
Congratulations.
cheers.
Mazel
Yeah,
tov.
cheers.
He makes great wine. We tasted his Cap Classic, which for us commoners is South African champagne.
Vonkelwijn.
Hong Kong champagne made in South Africa. Amazing stuff. Says there's about 5 million bubbles in a bottle of champagne.
This man he's passionate. He's passionate.
It's passionate.
And he's got a school where he shares the passion and the knowledge and the science, and he teaches young children, not even old enough to drink, about wine, and that's, well, arguably a wonderful thing. But I
And-
guess you could also argue,
I'd like to step in there, Nick.
yeah,
He teaches young children about the careers in wine.
That's
So, like, yes.
That's
Quick question. You know, I hear you speaking of Sauvignon Blancs. What was the other word you used?
Semillon.
Semillon. You know, for us that I drink wine, but I know very little about wine. Just like quick, short, what are the different white wines and what must I look out for?
As far as I'm concerned, you have to only drink Sauvignon Blanc. I don't care about the rest.
That's it. Okay, Nick. This was fantastic. I had a great time. I've learned so much about wine. I'll never remember anything of what you just said. But this was
As
fantastic.
long as you love, keep on drinking good wine.
Good wine.
Yeah.
And you make some very good.
Life is too short to spend time on bad wine. Drink good wine.
I like the wine.
very good wine.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
And it's great wine. I also made patkos for you, Nick.
You did. You actually you made patkos again. You delivered.
What did you have?
I had the mushroom French dip.
Mushroom French dip sandwich in an Italian loaf. So let me tell you the process. So I put some oil in a pan, popped in some onions, then I popped in the mushrooms that I had pre-cut, which were brown mushrooms and some shiitake mushrooms. I fried them down, and then I added some soya sauce and some Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire
From
sauce.
The Hobbit.
Yeah. Worcestershire sauce. And I let it cook a little bit. And finally, I added some dried rosemary and some rehydrated pine ring mushrooms. And I fried it down.
Yeah.
And once let the flavors amalgamate, added some salt, some pepper, and then I put it in the middle of an Italian roll. And you call this sandwich a South African French dip sandwich. So I've made it my take on a French dip sandwich.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Please enjoy. But you got a hunch, eh? You got a hunch so it doesn't trip over you, eh? I'm all about the hunch.
Yeah, I can hunch.
So for this cold weather, it's a nice warm sandwich.
Also good for all you vegans out there. Monica, what's been the highlight of the day for you so far?
Wow.
Please say the sandwich.
The sandwich. It's really good, Herman. It's really good.
Where were these mushrooms picked?
Some of these mushrooms were picked from a store, and the other mushrooms were picked here on Bartoo's farm.
The Land Rover Series 2
Yes.
was the first year that Land Rover had a style department involved.
When was that?
Well, whenever it was released. But style's a very strong word for what happens inside your Land Rover, isn't it?
Well, it's so original and it is so basic.
Nick, I tell you why
me
Land
why.
Rover didn't focus so much on styling and so forth. The original Land Rovers were actually designed for small holdings. So people who couldn't afford a tractor but needed the functionality of a tractor. So it came with all the fittings. You could basically cut the tree, mow the wood, plow the fields. And this is what the original Series 1 could do for you. Monica, why the love for Land Rovers? What sparked the love for Landies?
Well, it's a passion. It's like you've seen Bartoo, so passionate about his wines, and we are so passionate about our cars. And you either love a Land Rover or you hate it. And we are the lovers of Land Rovers. So it's because it can go just above and beyond. And that's what we're really using it for.
How long have you been a Land Rover enthusiast?
Since I got married to Peter
How many years ago?
40 years ago.
40 years ago.
That's longer than Barry Hilton's been doing comedy.
That's longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, that's true. and we may still do it another 40 years for all we know.
Come on.
Hey,
Here we go.
love in the air. Where to from here, Nick? What's happening from here?
I think we're heading into the desert in the Series 2.
Oh,
And when I say desert, I mean Honras. You know, this town named after Hermanus who came to this country in the early 1800s and came on vacation here and found a spring, and it was named after him, the Fontaine, Hermanus Fontaine. And he came and he let his sheep graze here, and the town was originally called Hermanus Fontaine, but it was very hard to get all of that onto a postcard, so they shortened it to Hermanus.
I was crazy excited to meet Barry Hilton today. Barry Hilton is one of the coolest people ever. I remember him from when I was a kid.
How's it?
Oh,
How's
my
it?
cousin! Oh.
How's it, bro? How's it? 100%. How are you?
Hi.
Like
Nice to meet you.
100%. Pauline, I'm glad you came.
Yes, that's
Everybody asks me that, you know. It started off as a pimple. It's called a bon braai.
A bon braai.
Let me show you how it works.
greatest guy ever. We arrived here, found him, happy. He had something on his back, like and I was kind of perplexed. You know, I hugged him. I'm like, hey, Barry Hilton. But then he had like this thing on his back. I was like, this guy going camping or braaiing. He actually had a braai stand inside the bag, and it was the coolest braai stand you've ever seen. I feel like you forgot your lighter there.
No, that light, this is the thing I made. Because I like making things.
Yeah.
I did laser cut there. put your blitz in there, fire, start the fire. Of course, and you tell your friends, "Mama, if you're having a braai, don't forget your lighty." But those are special for me. I just give it to a few of my friends.
Oh,
You haven't got one, actually.
And the sticky
Oh, of
chicken.
course, and this
What
is
would
the
a braai be with a chicken
What would a braai
without?
be without sticky chicken from No Conon's Braai? My cousin's sticky chicken, No Conon's Braai says. It is, it's mine.
And how you light the fire in the braai stand is with a little lighty. It's this little tube that has the word lighty engraved in it. You put the fire lighter in there. You light the fire lighter. You put the charcoal on the top. And it's your cousin, eh? There you go. The fire's on.
So when we go braaiing, we put all our stuff in. Usually, if it's just Sandy, myself and Jack, we put a little plastic bag and we put the charcoal and that in there.
Monica was really kind to us, very sweet person, and has a passion for Land Rovers and adventure, an adventurous spirit.
Thank you guys for the day.
Cool, eh?
And it was lovely driving you around Hermanus. Hope you enjoyed it, Hermanus, and that we'll see you back in Hermanus.
Pleasure.
What's
My
that?
cousin.
Come on, let's go to the sandwich.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye, Barry. Bye.
Cheers.
Okay, then.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
We had a fantastic braai with Barry. Great times. Met his son, Jack.
Jack?
How's it, Jack?
Good.
Is this your dad?
Yes.
Does he tell good jokes?
I don't understand them.
You
Doesn't
don't understand
my
his jokes.
Funny enough,
Yes.
lots of people don't understand my joke.
What a kid. The guy is cycling, unicycling, skateboarding, swimming. He's just all over the place.
What is
You know,
it about?
Barry, this for me is one of my proudest and happiest moments of my whole life.
Why, because you've never been to the beach?
No, because I'm braaiing with Barry Hilton. When I was a kid and I used to go to school, in the morning, Barry used to come on the TV.
Catch a wake up.
Oh, Catch Your Wake Up. Oh, yes, you would Catch Your Wake Up, and I'd Catch Your Wake Up and watch, and then you'd say my cousin. So I remember Barry Hilton from the show Catch Your Wake Up, and I used to watch that every morning with my little brother and my sister. That was one of the memories I have from my childhood and Barry Hilton.
You know how my cousins came about?
How it came about?
Because I can't remember names.
Yeah?
So I'd befriend somebody, and then somebody else would say, "Who's this?" Oh, my cousin. And that's true. That's how it happened. So, and it just followed through.
If you could do it over again, would you do anything else?
No, I would probably do it slightly more sensibly.
Yeah.
Perhaps not spend as much money, but what money's not. No. My lighties phone me up from the UK on a regular basis, which is strange because they stay in Para. No, they phone me up on a regular basis and say, "Hey, Dad, I love you." Bro, you can't buy that. You can't buy that. My daughter phones me up, "Dad, love you." Hey, cool, I love you too. You can't buy that. It's priceless.
I think you were one of the first winners of the Lifetime Achiever
Yo, I
Commercial.
think so.
and that if we asked nicely, you would show us your ring.
Not long ago, Barry Hilton won a Comedy Lifetime Achiever Award, which is so awesome.
Did you know I cried when I got that? I'm not ashamed to say it, but
You cried for the ring.
No, when I won that award, because
Yeah.
I've worked so hard to get it, to get recognised, and there's been so many pitfalls. I'm sure you've been there. You think that you're going to get recognised, but you get missed over. And so I walked on stage and I said, "Look, I've been waiting all my life," and I started crying. But I'm not ashamed of that because it was just something so special for me.
We braaied on the beach with Barry and Nick, myself and Nick and Barry, 3 mano a manos braaiing, the way South African men do. It was fantastic. We started off with chicken breasts in Barry's secret marinade.
Try that.
Give me some space.
Lekker.
That's good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Really good. So there's something interesting for you folks. Aha. I showed Barry Hilton something. I showed him how to braai chicken breasts. You open up the fork swing, the fork's breast, you marinate it some more, and you put it on the braai. He was kind of impressed. I was even impressed with myself that I showed him that. It's a little bit down here. It's not enough YouTube. Sorry.
You know what? I'm on this program to braai and enjoy myself, not to get flipping instructions from
Sorry,
you.
I can't watch. I
okay,
can't
he
watch
can't
it
help
go. I
himself.
can't help myself.
You're going to do it now. You're going to show me because I'm going to
I'm
Land.
gonna stand over here.
I'm going to Land.
He brought his own personalized, branded cousin braai sauces and cooked us some delicious chicken on the braai, some vors. That's all you really need, you know. There were salads, we didn't eat them.
And then we braaied some sausages and had one of the coolest, most casual braais ever. And it was joke after joke between Barry and Nick, and technically I had my own private comedy show today. I had 2 comedians in-house with me and a braai. Beat that. What a lovely place. This is where we had our braai with Barry Hilton, the original cousin. I'm not related to him, though. It's my cousins, you know. And then, of course, I had to make cocktails for Barry and Nick.
Hezron made a fantastic cocktail. I have to say, I got carried away and drank 3/4 of it before this interview. If I don't see my normal lucid self, it's because I've had a lot of rum. Also, time flies when you're having rum.
Fantastic. I made a R&R, not relaxation with relaxation. It was rum and raspberry, a shot of triple sec, a shot of grenadine. I put some rum, a double rum. I actually snuck in a triple, nobody knows. A squeeze of lime, some ice cubes, put over some raspberry juice, and then I topped it up with some apple juice, a slice of lemon, and a candied cherry on the top, because you know, cherry on the top makes it all work.
Oh,
Got the drinks, my cousins?
Thank you.
Here you go, here you go.
No, this drink's like it's a lemon, this thing. Okay, let me try it.
There you go.
What is it?
This is my R&R
R&R.
for relaxation.
R&R.
And I see I'm matching your chairs, your jersey,
Absolutely.
and the whole shebang. And this
Well, here's
is a special gift for you.
Thank you.
This is a gift from myself and Nick and the SABC3 to thank you for a wonderful braai we've had with
Thank you
today.
very much. Can I open it?
You can
Yep,
open
go for it.
That is fantastic.
It is an electric tongue.
With
Barry.
a thermometer built in.
That is
It's not
brilliant.
the size of your tongue that counts, but how much current you have going through it.
Absolutely.
There you go.
She'd call me Volta. Did you know that braaiing is a religion in our family? So much so, we speak in tongues.
And just meeting one of South Africa's icons, one of South Africa's great comedy icons, just really excited me. I'm so excited that I met him and I got to have dinner with him today. Barry enjoyed it, Nick enjoyed it. We drank our cocktails, watching the sunset in Hermanus. Just kind of romantic, the 3 of us there. I really enjoyed it. One of the best braais I've ever had.